What have interest rates done since our last market update? They've continued to rise, but good news. We've seen some relief over the last week or two. They're actually trending at right around 7 or high 6s from a high water of 8. We don't know what the impact will be yet because of these changes in the interest rates will impact December, January sales. So right now, let us review November 2023. What is happening in the market, especially compared to previous months, and more importantly, November of 22. If you recall, November of 22 was really the bottom of the market when we started seeing interest rates go up in June, July of 2022. Buyers were paralyzed by November of 22, where they were just not buying. And so when we look at most of the markets, again, we cover St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Northern Jefferson County, and St. Louis City. The low water mark November to November was really November 20 of 2022. So compared November 23 to November 22, most of those markets, the sales were up. But what we're seeing is when we just compare 1 month earlier, October of 23 versus November of 23, we're seeing some interesting things. We're starting to see sales starting to drop as we get into more of the winter months, which, as you know, we're a huge proponent of keeping your home on the market. If you are a seller, there are still active buyers right now. Homes are going off the market, although inventory is still increasing as of now, but expect if you're a seller, you're going to start seeing homes going off the market over the next few weeks, either expired and canceled because they didn't sell over the last 90 days, or there's going to be numerous sellers that are just going to wait till the spring market. I'm going to suggest there's absolutely no reason to wait for the spring market unless you have a house that backs to a major road that, for example, trees will shield, or backs to commercial that trees will shield. Possibly a pool or something just amazing would be sensitive to the winter months that, for example, that pool, waterfalls, and other that should be open. We would recommend that. But other than that, right now there are still buyers in the market. Even a little increase, as we talked about, every 1% decrease in interest rates are going to increase buyer activity over the United States of over 5 million buyers. So we are seeing buyer activity, inventory climbing, but less sales. So that's really why inventory is climbing right now. Going into next year, we actually are projecting that 2024 is going to be a stronger month as we see a trend of interest rates continue to go down. We don't believe that's going to motivate a huge amount of sellers because there are still sellers in the 2% interest rates that are locked in their own homes. And just because they're down to 6s doesn't mean they're prepared to move for that 4% interest rate spread. But certainly buyers who are looking in the 7s and 8s are now a little bit more excited. So we see that there's going to be strong buyer demand. Prices are probably going to continue to rise because of competition, just due to buyer demand. So overall, right now, sellers, get your home on the market. Prepare it for sale, though. This is not a home that you can just put on the market in an as current condition. Buyers are a lot pickier today than they have been. Also, buyers are now having the opportunity to buy with contingencies, which we did not see just 6 months ago. Overall prices, we've seen them increase over the last few years, but we're seeing over this year, the last few months, we're seeing a softening of prices. So that's, again, good for buyers. Sellers, again, it's just holding tight on this. If you have any questions about buying, selling, investing, happy to go through any of the information with you.